Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1812 of documenting my journey as I transitioned originally from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. And with the pandemic and 2020 and all the craziness that happened there, I have stuck my fingers and my toes and my whole being back into offline and online businesses because I think both are important to creating the life that we want. I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income and in doing what you can to create the life that you want. This year's annual challenge is to get your goals. And today's topic is rating what I call the LF9. I'm going to put down my coffee and grab my lovely graphic of the 9 areas and aspects of life that I use for a life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. I use it for a couple of years now, since 2020, 2021. Maybe 2021 I added communication and confidence, but it's been a couple of years. So I think they're core foundational areas and aspects of our life, just like anything else. And I suppose you could pick other things that you wanted to focus on, but I personally think that communication and confidence cover a slew of things that we can do and continue to work on probably for the rest of our lives to create the life that we want and to get what we want. Our idiom to coincide with this a little bit, I'm trying to find goals idioms to coincide with the annual challenges here for Supersize Your Business. Sometimes it's a challenge just to find an idiom that works. But today I picked in a class of its own. And the origin of this idiom is really not known, or it's not clearly documented anyway, but it basically means something is really, really rare and exceptional so that it's hard to compare it to other things in the same or similar category. So if you have like a supercar, it's hard to compare them to your everyday driving car. If you have a super rare diamond or stone, it's hard to compare it to all the other diamonds in that category, or all the other jewels and gems in a category. If you have an exceptional skill, or the best in the world, the greatest of all time at something, then it's hard for people to compare themselves to you. They'll try, but if you're so much better and so much more talented and such a better master at something, it's hard for them to compare themselves to you because you just stand out in that category so much. So we talked about how do you create that, or how do you find that, how do you identify that for your business as you're building and growing and supersizing your business. Because we have to all know what's different and special and unique about us and what we have to offer people, or how are other people going to know? If we can't figure it out, if we don't know what is unique and special and exceptional about us, other people aren't going to think anything is exceptional, and then they start shopping on price and things like that, and that's a quick race to the bottom. So that was our idiom today. Topic is for our annual challenge is to rate each of these different areas and aspects of our life on a scale of 1 to 10. Right now, today, the 9th of January, how are you feeling, thinking, believing on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not good at all, 10 being the best you could possibly be? How would you rate your overall physical well-being, mental well-being, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and contribution? How would you rate yourself right now today? And we document those in we all have a book, a notebook, some kind of a journal or something that we're using for this year's challenge. So I've got my framework all set up, or my questions to fill in the blanks today, and I'll rate each of those areas. Not sure how I'm feeling about the different areas and aspects. I was a little surprised at my prioritization of those categories. Yesterday we did in the challenge, we prioritized those. And every time I do it, it's not the same every time, right? My priorities change just like yours do over time, and depending on what else is going on in my life and outside of me that's impacting me in some way, shape, or form. So that's it for today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Working on framing out the rest of the year for this year's challenge. I like to have not the details, but an overall frame of what I'm going to do for each month. And I do it the same way I set my goals, right? Which is what we're learning in this year's challenge. Goals, big lifetime legacy goal. Here it is. Now, how do I break that down into little bite-sized pieces so I can make sure that I'm doing something every day to move me toward that? Doing the same thing with the challenge. What's my overall plan for the challenge? What do I want to accomplish personally, as well as help other people to accomplish throughout the annual challenge? And then how do I break that down and present that on a daily basis so we're doing some little thing every day? It doesn't have to take a lot of time to do today's action item, right? you can do it in less than 5 minutes. You can listen to the video, which I don't even know how long it was, probably less than 5 minutes for sure, and then 5 minutes to do the exercise, or as you can think about it during the day, and then just jot them down in about 25 seconds right before you go to bed. So there's lots of ways to make it happen, but you have to do what works for you, and I'll do what works for me. That's the key to creating the life that we want. All right, if I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have a fabulous day.